So your smartphone, the iPhone or Android, is a very powerful recording device. We use these very often in our very well documented lives. Recording videos and photographs, posting them, sharing them, editing them, and being able to capture moments in our lives. We can also use these as a wonderful tool to share stories and to record videos that we're going to share, such as on a Velo virtual platform. So your phone has two cameras, has the front-facing camera and has the rear-facing camera. Now, the rear-facing camera is going to be the higher definition camera. So when you're recording, we might recommend that you use the back-facing camera if you have a friend to help you, because they can make sure that you're centered and framed up in the lens itself. If you're going to be doing this by yourself, then use the front-facing camera where you can see yourself and you can be able to make sure that you're centered. Now, the audio in the smartphones is very good quality, so you don't even need an additional microphone to be able to use that. What we do recommend is that you use a tripod. Now, this is a very simple one that I like, and I'm going to set it here on the window. This is a nice tripod that my daughter got me. It also works as a selfie stick, but it is a good platform, a good tool to use, and can be set up on a table and get the camera at the right level. Now, the camera, you do want to get that camera at eye level. And so that's why I recommend using a tripod so that it's steady. If you're trying to hold it yourself, it gets a little wobbly. And you want to be able to focus in on the message that you're sharing. Use your front-facing camera if you're doing it by yourself. Use the rear-facing camera if you have someone to help you. But always use a tripod. And then it's important to clean the lens off before you get filming. So whether it's your front or rear camera that you're using, and then get that mounted onto your tripod. Very simple to do. And then get the camera set up. Now, lighting is really important, and I'm doing this here at the window because natural light is really important. Now, direct sunlight coming in is going to cause some shadowing. So using natural light, so I'm here at the window, and I'm using a kitchen chair because that prevents me from wobbling and wiggling while I'm talking. It gives me a nice steady platform. And then look into the camera lens itself. If you're looking off to the side, it's not as engaging as if when you're looking straight into the camera. If you watch Tom Hanks' movie about Fred Rogers, there's a line in there that Tom quotes from Fred Rogers when he was asked how he was able to connect with the children through the television screen. And he said that he looked right into the lens as if he was talking to one person, to one child. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to connect. You want to look into the camera lens and imagine that you're talking to a friend. And we don't need to project it to the back. Now, when we're doing public speaking, we are often told to project to make sure the person in the very last row can hear you. In this case, you can talk in a normal conversational tone. So you don't need to project, you don't need to change your voice, just talk in a conversational style, looking directly into the lens. So when I get this set up and I switch it over to video, I can see that I'm framed up, I've looked at my background, I can kind of see what I'm looking at and make sure that I'm kind of framed up well within the camera itself, and I'll show you the rule of thirds. So a camera and a frame is broken into thirds: the top, the middle, and the bottom, the left, the middle, and the right. And you want to be, your head wants to be in the top third and maybe a little left or right to center. But either way, left or right is fine, or centered is good, but you want your head to be in that top third frame. Not cutting off the top of your head in the frame, but being up and being framed well within that camera frame. So then using the natural light, it fills in very well around my face. I'm checked to make sure I don't have a distracting background, And I've set my phone to airplane mode so I don't get any notifications or the phone won't ring while I'm doing my recording. So then I hit record, and I'm a good distance from the camera so that I've got some space around that framing, but then I'm going to be looking directly into the camera lens again. So my camera lens in this case is in the top of the camera, but when it's in this horizontal mode, it's going to be, in my case, over on the left side. So I'm going to be looking into that left side of my frame, of the phone, and right into that camera. So when I'm talking, again, I'm just talking to one person. I'm not talking to a big crowd. I don't need to project. I'm just looking right into that camera lens. And I'm able to deliver my message. And I can talk about whatever it is that's important, whatever I need to share. And then when I'm done, I can go ahead and hit stop on that record. And if I have any miscues, any foibles, I can just keep going because we can edit all of that later. The important thing is to get good lighting, to get the camera at eye level using a tripod, looking directly into the camera and using a natural, normal conversational speaking voice. As if, again, you were just talking to a friend right there in front of you. Now, that's a very simple way to use your camera, to use the camera in your phone to be able to record yourself and share that video. Now, there's different ways that you can share the video once it's done. Now, I like to use YouTube because YouTube is built into many phones and most of us have accounts. And so you can share the video right to YouTube and send the link to us at Velo Virtual, and we'll be able to download that and edit it and get it ready for the presentation for the big event. So that's an easy way to go, and I'll just show you a little tutorial on that.